So a way that she also said you might want to use this deck, if you're wanting to make like a visual birth chart, especially if you're a visual learner and a visual type of person, I think it could be really helpful for you to make a visual birth chart. So I'm gonna make like a visual kind of birth chart right now. And so let's say your sun is in, I'm just separating these cards. Let's say your sun is in Gemini, like the sun is in Gemini right now. You can get a visual representation that your sun, your self-expression, your embodied truth is one that is curious, that's intellectual networking. That's how you are expressing yourself. So you can kind of get that visual representation. Let's say your sun, let's say it's in, we need one of the houses. Let's say your sun is in the 10th house. So now, this is something that you're using for your career or your life mission or your life path, your self-expression, the truth that you're embodying, being curious and intellectual. You're going out networking for your career, for your life's mission. You're going out and accomplishing things by using your curiosity and your intellect, and that's what you embody. That's your truth. That's how you express yourself. I see that there's a card behind this, I think. Or am I just thinking that? No, it looks like this is like about to peel though. Like it looks like I can peel this backing off of the card right now. I don't know if you can see that. Just let me move this back. So like I said, we need to be really careful with these cards because I can already see this card's like about to come off. So let's say now, let's have another example that, well, we might also want to get the air element out here because we know like, okay, my sun's in an air sign. That means that my self-expression, my truth that I'm embodying, as it says, is I'm more open-minded, I'm more objective, I like to learn more, I'm more intellectual, because we have the air element. And now, knowing that we picked our suns in Gemini for this, we know Gemini's a mutable sign. So we're just getting more indications on what we said that the sun is right now. So we know that the sun, the quality of my identity and my self-expression, is going to be more fluid. It's going to be more welcome to change. It's going to be more willing to adapt and surrender. This is mutable air, so it's all about mental. It's all about open-mindedness, objectivity, learning. It's more detached. It's more social. So yeah, now we've got a really good idea of this sun in Gemini is in the 10th house, and this is all happening in the person's career and their life mission, and their what they accomplish in the world. So now let's say that this person's sun is making an aspect to another planet. So I can pull out one of the aspect cards and we can pull out an opposition. Well, if we pull, since I pulled out the opposition, that's 180 degrees. So let's say that the sun is opposite. It's going to be opposite to something in Sagittarius because Gemini is opposite to the sign of Sagittarius. So you've got curiosity and intellect and networking is flip sides of a coin, is opposite to optimism, exploration, and freedom. So we've gathered information, we're curious, we're going out there and getting information, and now we're understanding the deeper meaning of it. We're optimistic, we're searching, we're learning, we're understanding, we're exploring our own path and our own truth, and maybe not just gathering information, but we're figuring out by experience now with Sagittarius. So now that we've got the sun is opposite something in Sagittarius. What planet? What energy should we pick? Well, we're having a full moon lunar eclipse soon, so let's say the sun is opposite the moon. So now it's a full moon. And the moon is about satisfying emotional needs, nurturing self and others. So now the way that we satisfy our emotional needs is through Sagittarius means. We want to explore things. We want to have the freedom. We want to go and follow our own truth and have our own quest, and we're optimistic, and this is how we help others. We help inspire optimism in them too, and this is what helps us feel safe and secure, and this is just what we need to feel comfortable with the moon in Sagittarius. And opposite to our sun, though, what we're expressing out in the world, though, we're searching, we're networking with people. But it's so important to us with the moon that we're satisfying our need for deeper truth and exploration and freedom, rather than just going out and being curious and exploring and gathering information. We need to have our deeper meaning and truth behind it. It has to resonate with us in our emotions and our soul at a very deep level, because when we pull out the house opposite to 10 is the 4th house. So here's house 4. And so it's important to us to be able to know our deepest inner truth, like, or maybe even at our home, like we have a certain religion at our home that, or we grew up with, that makes us feel really comfortable. And it's so opposite to what we're doing out in the world. We're going out and networking, and we're learning all these things with the Gemini energy, and we're sharing information out there. But deep down, we're doing this because of the opposition, because in the opposite point, we have a deep, strong-rooted spiritual belief foundation in that, and our beliefs are very important to us to feel nurtured, to feel comfortable in our life. And this is the way that we satisfy our emotional needs, so that we even can do that out in the world. And when we do this out in the world, we need to have that deep foundation. So these two are kind of like, need to always be balanced, like what you're doing out in the world and what you're doing at your home or in your private life and all that. And they're both mutable signs, so they have that in common. They're both areas of life that are more fluid, that are more welcoming to change and adapting. And we can also pull out the fire element, because Sagittarius is a fire sign, so we can get that more of a feel for what it's like in our home life, and with what our emotional needs are, and what we need to feel good is like our kind of our needs nature is more confident, we have more passionate, we're more brave, compared to, they're both masculine though, so I need to pull out the masculine card now. So we can really keep expanding on one aspect. So you can pull out your whole chart. So this is masculine. This is pushing things out. This is more active. This is forward motion. This is being proactive, and this is being more expressive than being receptive. Now, yes, the moon is receptive, but Sagittarius as a sign is not a receptive sign. These signs are both masculine yang energy. So, where's my air card? Oh, there it is. So when we're going on the road, we're much more open-minded, but when we're at home, we're kind of much more passionate and more concerned with like dharma and doing what's right and all that, with the fire in the air, in the Sagittarius and the Gemini. Both masculine. And yeah, that's kind of our mini. Well, and we were saying that this is a lunar eclipse, so then you would have the south and the north node involved, which are all about the the karmic axis of kind of why we are alive. So we would have the South Node being in Sagittarius. So in this card it says destined to release. So then we're destined to release kind of these spiritual or religious or these belief systems or things that we've explored already, things that are just a deep-rooted foundation in our psyche, and maybe things that are at the home, beliefs in the home, because we picked 4th and 10th house, that's why I'm saying that. But then we would be destined to to release these things that used to make us feel emotionally comfortable, these certain beliefs or things that we felt like had brought us freedom, but maybe they don't bring us freedom anymore. And then we would have the North Node with the opposite point, the Sun in Gemini in the 10th house. So then we're destined to learn more right now. We're destined to learn more about what are we meant to do in the world going from here. As we released a lot of our old ways that we found freedom was, and the old ways that we found comfortable. So now, how are we going to express ourselves now? What's resonating with us? We need to go out there and explore and network with people and get more information and get more details and go out in the world and take some action and seek what we want to have if we got the nodes involved. And so, you know, we can keep going on and add more aspects in here, but I just wanted to try an example, like say, you know, we would have a square to Jupiter, and then you can get Jupiter sign in there too. So now all of this would be getting even bigger. Now all of this would help us, all these indications would be helping us grow and expand so much, and there would be such a push and a mountain to climb, like a challenge, so that we can grow and expand. And we have the mountains with the North Node card here. So like when we go out in the world, we're gonna really have to push, and it's gonna be a challenge when we go out in the world, but because we need to grow and expand out of this comfort zone that we were in that just doesn't resonate anymore. It used to bring us so much purpose. It used to help us feel so confident and optimistic, but now we got to get in this unfamiliar zone where the North Node is, where you haven't been before. And then you know, you can keep going and put Jupiter's in Pisces, and Jupiter's wanting you is growing that intimate and compassion, that intuitive capacity. And you would say that Jupiter's in the 7th house, and maybe this has to do with your partners, like you're finding more, maybe you're finding a guru, maybe you're connecting with some more spiritual types of people or partnerships. Maybe you want to spiritualize your partnership, and that's what's forcing you to let go of the past. And which is also a mutable sign, so it all goes with the, wherever I put the mutable, where did I put that? Oh, okay, here it is. So it's all still having to do with surrender, fluidity, and welcoming change. All of this is all about that. And we would need the water element. So now we're knowing that Jupiter, that what we're experiencing in our partnerships and in our life, this spiritual growth and expansion in our intimate life and our compassion is happening in this water sign, all about emotion and spirituality. So it's a very deep place. It's a place we're getting a lot of intuitive insights from the partners too. And yeah, I mean, we can keep adding on and on and on, really. But I just wanted to try one out. So let me know what you guys think, though, about this deck.